Now, we don't get many prison officers on the channel, but when we do, they almost always seem to be for the same things: drugs or smuggling illicit items and sleeping with inmates. And this is no different. You'll likely not be surprised that this is yet another female prison officer too. On October the 27th, Rachel Martin appeared at Bournemouth Crown Court to enter her plea to 10 separate charges, all of which are said to have happened while she was working at HMP Guys Marsh in Dorset. The 25-year-old admitted to having an intimate relationship with Raymond Abraham. From some research, it looks like Raymond Abraham was a pretty charming fella by all accounts, having been reported in the news on at least 3 occasions that I can find in 2009, 2013 and 2016. Having been jailed for 7 years in 2009 for kidnapping a man believed to have owed £20,000 drugs bill. Jailed for 7 years in 2013 for burglary as part of a gang who stole £500,000 worth of cars and possessions. And jailed again in 2013 for being part of a gang who blew up cash machines across the southeast and stole £120,000. Martin's relationship with Abraham is said to have taken place between November the 1st, 2020 and March 8th, 2021, during which time she sent thousands of messages, videos and voice messages and was receiving large payments into her bank account. She also pleaded guilty to smuggling in designer clothes and footwear, as well as women's underwear, apparently for Raymond rather than for Martin, as the items were found in his cell. Now, don't get me wrong, each to their own. Not for me, but I'm guessing prison isn't the best place to be wandering around wearing a lacy woman's thong, unless of course Raymond Abraham didn't mind being Bubba's bitch. Martin pleaded guilty to 9 charges in total, 8 of misconduct in public office and a single charge of encouraging the possession of a mobile phone in prison, but denied the charge that she supplied Abraham with the mobile phone, even though it seems most of the calls and texts were between Abraham and herself. The prosecution decided to accept the not guilty plea to supply of the phone on the face of it, but allowed it to lay on file, which means they can bring it up in the future and she can be charged with it at a later date. Of course, Rachel Martin's defence team said that they would be arranging a psychologist report prior to Martin's sentencing, where she will no doubt play the "he got into my head, I was manipulated, I felt threatened" or some other similar bullshit, and because she's a woman, the judge will simply accept that as a mitigation and go lightly on her. Anthony Johns, prosecuting, said the evidence in this case proved there had been thousands of messages, videos and voice messages exchanged between Martin and the prisoner on an almost daily basis. After a thorough investigation by the police, we could show that not only were they in a relationship, but that Martin was receiving large payments into her bank account, and that she clearly knew that there were unauthorised mobile devices in the prison. As a prison officer and person acting in public office, she was in an important position of trust. Martin would have known that her actions represented a clear breach of that trust, created a serious conflict of interest, and entirely compromised her position. People who act otherwise than in accordance with their duties in public office will be brought to justice. Judge Fuller, KC, adjourned the case for sentencing at Bournemouth Crown Court to take place on December the 15th, with Martin being released on unconditional bail. He said to Martin, "These are serious offences and a significant custodial sentence might be expected. That will be up to the judge on the day." Now, to be fair, Crown judges love to tell people a custodial sentence might or may be expected. It's almost like they get a little buzz from seeing people's faces when they say it, when in fact a lot of the times it doesn't even mean the person will even see the inside of a proper jail. But we will have to wait and see what the judge on the day decides. However, I'm not particularly hopeful that even though misconduct in public office is a very serious offence, the sentence will reflect the severity of that.